I want to dash straight to Germany, main suspect in the disappearance of Madeleine McCann. Let's find out what is going on there. I think we have got a verdict. Martin's standing by. Martin.
We have 5 verdicts. He's been acquitted on all the charges that he's been on trial for here. 3 rapes and 2 charges of sex abuse of young children. It's a trial that's been held intermittently since February, a few days each week here and there. But in the last few minutes, the judge has announced that Christian B, the main suspect in the Madeleine McCann disappearance, has been acquitted by the court on all of those charges. Not much detail coming out of court at the moment. We have colleagues in court, but the judge has said that the cost of this long-running trial will have to be borne by the state. These acquittals are very much what the defence lawyers were anticipating. They were very confident this morning when they arrived at court. They believe that this was a case brought against Christian B by a biased prosecution on flimsy evidence that was put together by a poor police investigation. And the defence said yesterday in a closing speech that they believe that Christian B was put on trial for these other unrelated sex crimes, unrelated to the Madeleine case, purely because he was the suspect in the Madeleine case. He's not been charged over Madeleine. The defence had argued that he was put on trial because the prosecutor here, who is the same prosecutor in the Madeleine case, wanted to influence public opinion. The lawyer said yesterday at the end of this case that it was built on flimsy evidence, and he accused 2 of the main prosecution witnesses of lying. And one of the oddities about this case was that there were 3 rape charges, 2 of them based purely on the evidence of 2 former friends of Christian B's who claimed to have found a videotape, the so-called sex tape, at his house some years ago, in which he'd filmed himself, according to them, raping an old woman and a young girl. And those tapes have never been seen by anybody else. The defence argued that perhaps those tapes don't even exist. Yet on the word of these 2 former friends of Christian B, 2 of those rape charges were built, and he was charged with them. Anyway, in the last few minutes, those 3 rape charges and the 2 other charges of child sex abuse against Christian B have been dismissed by the judge. Now, what that means for Christian B is that he'll stay in jail because he's still serving a sentence for a rape conviction. That sentence runs out next September, at which point he should be freed, unless, of course, the prosecutor has by then amassed enough evidence that makes him confident to charge Christian B over the Madeleine case. But the authorities here and in Portugal and in the UK have been investigating Christian B as the suspect in the Madeleine case for at least 7 years. And although there is a circumstantial case against him over Madeleine, there is no forensic evidence. The prosecutor here says that he will come to court now these verdicts have been delivered and will tell us what his next step will be. So we will be very keen to ask him, will he have the confidence to bring charges against Christian B in the Madeleine case, given that he's been acquitted in all of these other unrelated sex charges?